In this video, we're going to do the activity called combining shapes, and it's going to teach us how to use the shape builder tool. Here are my instructions. I do have my instructions up. I do recommend, again, being able to switch back and forth quickly between your instructions. That is going to be very helpful to you so that you can read, look at the picture, and then do what it says to do, which is what I'm going to do right now. I have my combining shapes document open. I'm going to zoom in on this little part over here. This is eventually what we want this to look like. We have a few shapes here that are just kind of combined to make a cool look. I'm going to zoom back out and then show you how I'm going to do these things. These two shapes right here are going to be combined first. The first thing I have to do is select them both. I'm going to click outside of it and drag down until I've touched at least part of both objects, which I have now done. And then I'm going to move over to my toolbar and I'm going to find the Shape Builder tool, and the hotkey for that is Shift-M. With the Shape Builder tool, I move my mouse into the area here, and as I click and drag down, every place that turns red is going to turn into a single object. So when I release it, you can see it's now a single object. And it will go, we'll move it right about here for our final product. It'll look kind of like that. Over to this eye shape that we're going to make now. These are two circles overlapping each other. They do have a white fill and a black stroke on them. Back to my Shape Builder tool. And this time I'm going to hold the Option key and look at my cursor. Right now there's a plus sign next to it. When I hold Option, I get a minus. So I'm going to hold down the Option key and I'm just going to do a single click on the gray area. Click, and that deletes it. Down here to the second part, hold Option, click, and that deletes it. I go back to my selection tool. Here is my little eyeball shape that I will now move over here. This black part's going to go in the middle too, so I'll go ahead and move it. The last part we're going to do is we're going to make this little crescent shape out of these two circles here. Zoom in on them. Selection tool, and I'm going to click and drag across both to select them. Go to my Shape Builder tool, and this time I'm holding Option again. I'm clicking here and I'm clicking here. And then that leaves my moon shape. I can then drag, place it right on top there. And now you can see, if I move this over to the other one, you can see we've got a pretty nice little copy. And that is combining shapes.